Hi friends. Since we aren't able to be together to finish the second half of our Lenten book project, I've decided to record these instructions so that if you're inclined, you can continue the project yourself. All the basic skills that you'll need are things that you've pretty much already done or we talked about. There will be three parts to these little videos. The first, this introduction and a rundown of the materials you'll need. Then the construction of the cover or case, and finally the assembly of the book itself. So let's get to it. What you'll need to finish the project are a few things that I'm going to send to you in an envelope in the next few days. In that will be a piece of Bristol cover stock, a nice heavy stock. There'll be another sheet of stiff stock as well that we'll get to in a minute. You'll need linen thread, which will be pre-waxed. I'll put several lengths of linen thread in for you, and a needle. I will try not to send any of you those needles with the tiny little eyes. Then you'll need to gather together a few things from around your house. You'll need a couple of paper clips, preferably big ones. You'll need a ruler. An 18-inch ruler is ideal. A 12-inch ruler will work just fine. You'll need a letter opener or a table knife. If a table knife, it's better if it has a smooth edge, no serrations, but you can make it work. This is for using as a folder and for slitting things. I have my bone folder here. You can get along without it. You'll need some kind of a sharp blade. An X-Acto knife or a box knife, even a kitchen paring knife would work, or a razor blade. You might need shears, and you'll probably need a pencil. You'll also need your temporarily sewn together sections of paper that by now undoubtedly are filled with your thoughts or your spiritual autobiographies. What I'd suggest that you do with those, if you have put things on them, is that you get a Post-it note for each one of the four and number it and put them on in order so that you can keep the order of the book straight as we go to assemble it. So that's the introduction, and we're going to move on now directly to the assembly, or to the preparation of the cover or the case itself. So what we're going to do here is to take this this piece of Bristol and the four sections of your book. I only have, oh no, I have all four, okay. And what you should do is lay the sections on the left-hand side of the Bristol and line everything up very neatly. So all the edges lined up, jogged up very, very neatly. And then you should mark a line, a very small mark, top and bottom, at the line where the sections hits. Now, grab a pile of newspaper or the Sunday magazine from the newspaper or something like that, so that you have a protective and a little bit of a soft pad to work on. And take your letter opener and your ruler and line the ruler up on those two marks, and you're going to just score a line. I'm just going to run that down a few times to make a nice sharp score. Then you're going to fold over, line up the edges nice and cleanly, and lay your sections back in. You're going to put the ruler across the spine edge to sort of push them down, and you're going to hold the cover up to the height of that block, and you're again going to make a mark the width of the height of the block. So there's the mark, top and bottom. Again, you're going to lay the ruler across it, and you're going to try to make it as square as possible. Looks pretty good. Use the knife for your letter opener again, and score a line. Get it on the marks. Score a line again. Again, you're going to go to that score, and you're going to fold it as neatly as you can along that second line, making sure that it's again lined up neatly. Bone it down again, and then you have a square back in which to work. So there you have a square back. Okay, now we're going to once again just to the right of that second score, you're going to lay the sections down. You're going to center, you're going to line it up again, all very neatly, and you're going to make a mark in that square back, just a little dot at the places where your sewing stations are. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, where the sewing stations are. And then you're going to take whatever sharp blade that you're using and your ruler, and you're going to lay the ruler down across, and you're going to line it up with those 4 marks and make a little slit that runs just between the 2 scores on the square edge. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now you have 4 slits down the spine at the same places as the sewing stations. Now, the final thing that you need to do on this part to finish the case is to put the text block, the pages inside, line everything up very neatly, and then you're going to make a mark along this tail. And you're going to lay the ruler down across those lines, and take your blade and slice the tail off. And there you have the case all ready to be assembled.